and welcome back to Uncovering Sexual Health. Today we're going to be talking all about slang terms for vulvas and vaginas. So come along with me and let's get learning. So before we begin, I just want to stress the importance of when you're teaching children or people of different ages the names of their anatomy, please use the real scientific terms: vulva, vagina, labia, clitoris. Knowing the scientific names for our anatomy helps keep us safe, it helps keep kids safe, and the research shows that if somebody is being sexually assaulted, if that person says, no, don't touch my vagina or don't touch my vulva, that reduces the risk of that offender offending. So please use the real terms when you're teaching young people and all people body parts. And another thing I need to share is that some of the things that I'm saying and sharing with you might be offensive to some people, to all people. They might be old terms, they might be new terms, they might be terms that are like, what on earth? I've never heard that before. And the reason that I wanted to do this video is because there's so many different terms that are out there and some that we don't know. If we don't know what these terms are, we might be agreeing to doing different things without really knowing what we're agreeing to. And honestly, we don't know what we don't know. So if something is offensive, we might not know that unless somebody tells us that it's offensive. And if somebody's giggling or laughing or telling jokes about and using different slang words for body parts, it's important for us to know so that we can make the decision that's right for us, whether we laugh along or whether we tell the person, no, I don't like that, that's offensive. So education is so important as well. All right, so what we're going to do today is thinking of vulva and vagina. We need to remember, where is it on the body? If you need a bit of a review, I'll put a link up top to my human anatomy video. But remember, the vulva and vagina are in bodies that have ovaries and vaginas. And the vulva is the area that's between the legs. As you know, each one of us is different and unique. We look a little different and we have different personalities and our brains think differently. Well, vulvas are all different too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with my Sex Ed Plus silicone models what two different vulvas could look like. And remember, they all look a little different. So we've got, this is a vulva. So we've got the labia, so the outer labia. And then there's some inner labia. There's the clitoris up top, the urethra's kind of in the middle, the vaginal opening's down here, and the anus is down below. So this is one vulva, and this is another vulva. So this one has the outer labia, and it looks different than the previous model here. And it's got some inner labia, and this one, the clitoris is tucked under a bit. This one, you can kind of almost see it coming out, but this one here, it's tucked under. Then there would be the urethra, vaginal opening, and anus. So although they're similar in structure, they do look very different. Okay, so vulva lesson updated, perfect. Now let's talk about some of those slang terms that describe vulvas and vaginas. So for today, I'm just going on the cosmopolitan.com website and I'm just going to review some of the terms that they've shared there. So we've got vag, pussy, vajayjay. This next one is interesting. It's fanny. I always thought fanny was a British term for bum, but it's really a British term for vagina. So when we're joking and laughing about sitting on our fanny, we're actually joking and laughing about sitting on our vagina. I never knew that until today. Vagine Oh, vagina. Bajingo. I haven't heard of that term before. They say it's when vag meets bingo. Foof. This is one I've never heard of before, and on this website here it says that foof is used with younger children, and then around age 10 or so it's not really accepted as a term that mature people would be using. Thingy. That one could be pretty obscure, because I use the word thingy for lots of different things that I can't think of names for. Minky. I haven't heard of this one before. Fandango. It reminds me of a Queen song, I think. Fandango. I guess what it says on the website here, it's a more exotic word for fanny is fandango. Mary Ellen. I haven't heard of this used for vagina or vulva before. Flower. I've heard of this one before. And they make a reference to Friends where Monica talks about her flower, giving away her flower. Twat. That's when that can be offensive to some. Hole is, some people call their vagina their hole. Or box. One that I haven't heard before, penis flytrap. So lots of people can have fun with different language and kind of creating different images in their heads and play on words to make things fun and interesting. But if it's offensive to you, you need to let that person know. Sex. This one's a weird one, because if you're talking about your vagina and calling it sex, then if you wanted to have sex, you'd be having sex with your sex. Cunt. That's another word that can be offensive to a lot of people. Yeah, so use that one with caution if you're going to be using it. Beaver is another slang term for vulva. Clung or clunge. I'm not exactly sure what this one refers to. Oh, but it says, I guess it's linked to maybe a movie or a book, The Inbetweeners. Muff. I've heard of this one before. And muff would be describing the pubic hair that you would have covering the pubic bone and on your vulva. One reference is just kind of pointing down to your crotch area. Kitty. And this is kind of just a different version of pussy, kitty, kitten. Twopence, which is funny. And what it says here on the website, it's worth more than a bit. Oh, it's worth a bit more than that. Okay, one that they describe on here is whispering eye. I haven't heard of that one before, but I'd have to really dig into that one to kind of understand the meaning of it. On the website, they talk about an interesting idea of a vagina whispering and winking. So that's a little different. Downstairs is another word that people might use. Lady garden. But it's funny, in the description it says, gardens are dirty, weedy, and bug infested. Hopefully your vagina's not. But lady garden, I think of flowers and beautiful things. So it can be taken one way or the other. Mini is another term. I know sometimes, and we'll get to this when we talk about the slang terms for penises, some people call their penis a mini-me. So it doesn't really work the same with a vagina, I don't think. I'll have to really think about that one. Bits. So your little bits, your parts, your nibbly bits, you might want to call them your bits. Nunu? Doodah? Okay, minge. I haven't heard of that one, but just reading the description here, it's kind of, well, I think it's funny, so hopefully I'm not offending anybody. I don't mean to. It gives a little quote here, and it's like, ooh, they've just given me a twinge in the minge. So just, oh, and it refers to the fanny thing. So they say it's a fun equivalent to saying you've got fanny flutters. So fanny as in vagina, not bum. You've given me a twinge in my minge. Flange. I'm not too sure about that one. Let me know your opinion down below. Oh, here's one that I think would be offensive to many people, but I don't want to speak for everybody, so it may not be offensive to all people. Axe wound. So this one would be talking about when somebody has their period. So an axe wound would be kind of bloody and a slit, I guess. Growler. Okay, this one would be offensive to many people, I believe. Beef curtain. All right, so those are some of the terms that Cosmopolitan has shared that are slang words for vulva and vagina. So I'm just looking off a website and it's called sheknows.com. And this one is actually giving us 50 different words for vulvas and vaginas. Okay, so vulva and vagina are the scientific terms. Some slang terms. Vag, which is just a short form of vagina. Vajayjay. Box. Nether regions. Lady business. Okay. Lady V. Hoo-ha. Cha-cha. Lady bits. Crotch. Muff. Kitty. Cooch. Cooter. Snatch. Snapper. Beaver. Cookie. Cupcake. Coin purse. I haven't heard of that one before. Lady flower. Honey pot. Poon. Poonanny. Twat. That one can be offensive to some people. Gash. I think that could probably be offensive to some people. Banana basket. I've never heard of that one before. Flower pot. Fine china. Juice box. Pink panther. Hot pocket. Bikini biscuit. Penis flytrap. Vertical smile. Never heard of that one. So I'm just reading off my computer and some of them are like, woo. Dew flaps? I'd have to think about that one. Flaming lips. Puff pillow. Notorious VAG. Fur burger. Bearded clam. Sausage wallet. Panty hamster. Meat curtains. Penis garage. Pink taco. Axe wound. Penis snuggie. Oh, pussy or cunt. And just remember, whoever's watching this, maybe if you're an adult watching this, a parent, or even a teacher, that it's so super duper important when you're teaching children about their body parts, their anatomy, you use the proper terms: vagina, vulva, labia, clitoris. Because if they don't know what the words are for their body parts, how are they going to ever describe if something is wrong or if somebody's abused them sexually? So please, please, please use the proper terms when teaching young children and all people the anatomy of the body. But have fun with using slang terms and different words, but make sure that you're checking in with the people that you're connecting with to make sure that they're not offensive to those people around you. And again, if you have other slang terms that you know or have heard of or that you use to describe vulvas and vaginas, please leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe and sex positive.